players mic'd up tonight are going to have to go a long way to be as entertaining as Anthony Rizzo was yesterday in the box. And part of the game today, calling the game for us, of course, is Alex Rodriguez, Sunday Night Baseball, 3-time AL MVP. Alex, thanks for being with us this morning. That was so entertaining yesterday, hearing what Anthony Rizzo was saying in the batter's box as he was talking to the broadcast crew while he was getting a hit. How much fun, as a guy who was a professional hitter, how much fun did you have just hearing him go through his process?
I love it. And Anthony's such a great guy. There's so many great young players like Rizzo that just have these incredible personalities. But, I get a bit tired listening to how boring baseball is or how long it is. I mean, I think we as stewards of the game have to take a lesson from last year's All-Star game, what happened yesterday, and absolutely open up the floodgates, because the greatest part in the game we're not highlighting, which is the conversations that happen in real time, in between the lines, in the dugouts, the strategies. And then one thing also that's frustrating is we never get to see – we have 60 batting cages of the world's greatest players hitting every single day. And in a world where content is king, and that's our greatest content, we never see it. We never touch it. It's like they hide it from us. Who doesn't want to see Aaron Judge or Stanton or Mike Trout every day at 4:05 whacking away in their own batting cages?
Listen, we completely agree, but in having Matt Vescursion on a little earlier, he said even in spring training for this all-access, there was pushbacks from team of just how much access they want to get. So it's all great again in spring training, but as a former player, going back to your playing days, how comfortable would you be, and how comfortable do you think players would be wearing mics and doing what those guys did in games that count, though, in the regular season?
Look, is it more convenient for a player not to do it? Of course. You want to go out and get into your routine and do all of that. But baseball was number one for, 30 years.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, we have become a prisoner of our own legacy. We have had a straitjacket on, and the NBA and the NFL has absolutely flown by us. And if you want to get some popularity back, you want to get more eyeballs in a world that is so competitive, if you don't have to open up the floodgates, we won't be third. We'll be fourth or fifth very soon.
A-Rod,
wow,
man, we are with you on this. The question is, what is the reality you think of this actually happening? Because when we had Buster on earlier this morning, he was basically saying, like, if he wrote something bad about a player that went over for the next day, he probably didn't get a chance to talk to him for a week. I mean, it is a real mindset change that we're having to deal with here.
Absolutely. But, you have to do things. Progressive is 2020, and I do think that you have to reverse the game. The conversation has been, well, baseball's too long and too slow. Well, in a world where content is king, we have the most content, and we should be king, and we should be getting it out there to the fans. Look, if I was 14 years old and I had a place where I can see Mike Trout every day at 4:05, at 5:05, at 6:05, watching is habitual. You do it on your phone. And for whatever reason, MLB Baseball has decided you cannot watch the most interesting part and you cannot hear the best part of Major League Baseball.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content plus live streaming, make sure to subscribe to ESPN Player.